What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the Den, discussing everything naturally show. I am your host, Ed Honcho. I'm glad that you could join me this evening. I hope all is well, wherever you may be in the world. If you're in America, who knows, right? So, first and foremost, make sure you're following all the proper social medias listed at the bottom of your screen right there. It would be greatly appreciated. Uh, Numero dos. Make sure you hit that like button. It's very importante. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to this. Somehow, if you like hear this early and you're not like a subscriber, you just here, something's probably wrong with you. But welcome. I'm glad you're here. Something's wrong with all of us. And for the rest of you lovely, amazing, wonderful people, I hope all is well. I'm glad you could join me. So, let's get into it. The lovely night sky floating out here in the atmosphere. No, not really. But again, like I said, I'm serious. It is my honor. It is my privilege. Most of all, it's my pleasure. Let's see, we got joined us. Let's get into some good conversation. We're going to be talking about upgrading your OS, your operating system, also known as your belief system. And do some people find it necessary? Do some people keep the same beliefs that they've always had? When is it necessary to do so? We're talking about shaking old associations. Is it right? If you've outgrown certain people. We're also going to talk about some crazy shit. Of course, y'all know I stumbled across some more crazy videos on the internet, and we got to react to that. And yeah. Let's just do it. Let's just get it. Culture, aka the Don of the Discord. What's the motherfucking deal? Man, speaking of Windows 10, y'all saw that shit like Windows 11 is coming out, right? I feel like I just don't know what's going on with the whole numerical. Like there's like no Windows 9. Like what just happened to Windows 9? We're just like, fuck it, right? But Windows 11 is coming out. Seems like they could have came with a better name. Should be called like Windows Space Age or something. I don't know. John, my favorite New Yorker. What's the motherfucking deal? Excuse me, Jason S. What's the motherfucking deal? Jess Susie, lovely Miss Jess Susie. Hope all is well. Good to see you. Paul Wellnitz. What's the motherfucking deal? OS? OS stands for other shit. Upgrade your other shit. 17, the protege. What's the motherfucking deal? Infinity Reform Pimp, man. Hey, when you reformed your pimping, you might become a preacher. You might be on some Don Juan shit. I don't even know. The lovely Miss Sarah Lou. How are you? I hope all is well. Lovely Miss Shonda Choney. I'm thinking about Shoney's for some reason. The Shoney still exists. The lovely Miss Shonda Tony joining us this evening. I hope all is well, ma'am. Good to see you. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How are you doing this evening, 12? I hope all is well. Sensei Mama, what's the motherfucking deal? And Delta Echo Golf. Hope all is well. Always good to see you. I know a little bit. I definitely should be doing more, but I do all my own setups. I set up all my own rigs. I enjoy it. Dude, I put my glasses on so I can see y'all better. You know what I'm saying? So I can see y'all more clearly. You feel me? Josh, King Josh, what's the motherfucking deal? Man, hey, look, Jack. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about none of that shit. We don't talk sports in here, Josh. We just ain't the damn sauce. And we may have some day sauce tomorrow. Because I plan on having some sauce today. Shit just ran long. Should have a new sauce lineup. And like I said, we just doing it back the way that it's supposed to. We'll talk about that in the fucking sauce, right? We're not talking about that here. And look, I'm supposed to be gaming. I game. I fuck with the games. I just haven't been into it lately. But I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to get that fucking that remastered Tony Hawk 1 and 2. But just like right now, it's so much other shit I got going on. Like I honestly know I'm not gonna play like I would like to. But I'm not gonna lie. When that fucking Back for Blood comes out, I might be on it because I was a big Left 4 Dead fan. I used to really like Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. So we'll see. That's terrible. Microsoft. He's a Linux. But if you fuck with the gaming, Honcho Saucy on Xbox and on Twitch. If I ever get back on Twitch, I should. I don't know if I'm gonna do something. But anyway, let's get into it, man. Let's get into some of these crazy vidges. Right? Let's get into some of these It's all an illusion. What's the motherfucking deal? How you doing this evening, sir? Appreciate the love. From New York. See, that was New York had like a great and terrible week all in the same. Like for rap music, yeah, it was cool. The whole nostalgia thing. Sorry, only wherever only may be. Yeah. See, I'm gonna tell you why rap is terrible, and then let me jot that down in my notes, right? Let me jot that down in my notes. Why rap is bad and games are good, right? But like I said, I was a Lox fan back in the day. Dipset was cool, all that other good stuff. So for them to have that after they fell off the scene so incredibly hard, to be the alleged pioneers of rap music, it was good for them, right? It was great for them. About when it talks about the links thing, it just I don't know why it does that. But it was cool. I watched a couple of little clips of Jada. Like I said, I was a Jada fan. The rest of the Lox, I ain't have no issue with Sheek Luch. I ain't have no issue with Styles P. Styles was all right, but it's just like Jada was just in a class of his own. Top 5 dead or alive. I've always stuck with that. Like Jada's always been one of the most underappreciated. Like this is how you know LeBron is a clown, though, right? When he came out and put a tweet, Jada's one of the most if you're just now recognizing that Jada's underrated, then you like on some bandwagon shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have to make that statement at this point in time, you know what I'm saying? Like, you've been saying this for years. Like, when everybody talk about the greatest and all, Jada's been up there. You know what I'm saying? But he just never got the love. He's never had a whack verse. I put Jada over Jay-Z all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? People like to look at numbers. Oh, well, they sold this many albums, this many. Like, what a lot of people don't get is like, the most popular shit is not the best shit. Like, if I'm sitting here agreeing with some numbskull in the backwoods of Alabama, and I'm not talking about Misty, we all love Misty, wherever Misty may be, right? On that this person I bought this up, it might be a me problem, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it may be a me problem. You know what I'm saying? And so like all that, the popularity shit don't matter. There's one point where like Gucci sold more than Eminem at one point, or at some point in time. If you think Gucci Mane is a better rapper than Eminem, wrap yourself in plastic and with no air holes. You know what I'm saying? Like, get out of here. But there's a lot of motherfuckers who only like him because, whatever, we got on it. No, it's not going to be a rap conversation. I don't even fuck with rap like that no more. But if we're going off nostalgia, it is Friday. Should be a free range Friday. We're going to get into some shit. Like I said, Jada's just been underappreciated, been underrated, but he's been one of the greatest for a long time. Braun Cloud, everybody know that. Everybody knows that. Meg has lyrics I've never listened, so I don't even know. But you put Mystical over any Dipset member? I can fuck with that. I used to be a big Mystical fan. Till he had some allegations. It's not the allegations that had me like, whatever. I kind of, I'm not condoning it. I kind of understand. I just, whatever, right? Because that was a weird situation, right? Because there was some thievery going on. I guess that was whatever. Anyway, whatever. He had a couple of things when he came back out, and then like I don't know what was happening with him after that, right? Mystical, like when he had that first album coming up out like the little sewer or whatever. I was young, bro. I remember hanging out with my sister, and I was went with her to one of her friends' house. She let me tag along, and he had that album cover, dog. Like, was that Here I Go? Here I Go. And I think that one. And it was like, what's Here I Go? Or something like this. One of his first songs. I can't remember. I got a terrible memory. But I used to jam that shit. That shit used to go hard when you had to The braids though. The braids. We'll just let that go. You know what I'm saying? This was like before he was No Limit though. But then, like I said, you know, but everybody's entitled to their own opinion. A lot of people are going to say people from their hood, their neighborhood, their whatever is always better. It is what it is. So I did catch that. But also the bad thing that happened for New York is you got the Cuomo controversy, you got the mandate, you know, shit going on. Like, it's just, I don't know. Somebody's taking a bite out the Big Apple, right? I've been waiting to use that for like the last 30 seconds. Anyway, Coolio, Coolio's biggest hits were like super samples, dog. You know, what was it? Yeah, Coolio had like 3 songs. Yeah, Gangsta's Paradise, Fantastic Voyage, and Too Hot, right? Too Hot and fucking Fantastic Voyage were literally, I mean, just carbon copies of other songs. You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, see the technicalities, you know, it wasn't my fault. You know what I'm saying? It was see, the Brother Brooks, yeah, see what it was. He had came by and got some barbecue sauce in my system. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. That's why it wasn't functioning properly. You just can't let niggas, you know, greasy rib niggas just be all around your shit. You know, fuck your shit up. But no, like I said, so Coolio is Coolio. I don't even know. Dangerous Minds. Very interesting movie. I haven't watched it in a long time, but there's that. They played that shit they played that song so fucking much, dog. Been spending most of life living in a gangster's paradise. Video used to fucking kill me. Oh my god. Oh man. Oh yeah, I forgot the empty time scale. That was terrible. Yeah, that's definitely not what's happening. But all right. Amish Paradise. But y'all know, like, I should have seen the internet coming. And there's still like a part of me that I wouldn't call it a skill, but a thing I used to be really good at when I was young was making like parodies on the spot. I used to be a big Weird Al fan, right? I used to think Weird Al was the fucking greatest. Like, I don't know, like, we would just be at lunch. It would be in class, like anytime, especially being young, I would just make up a parody and it would make sense, like on the spot. Like if the internet existed when I was probably from like, you know, it was around, but not like that. If like real internet, like now internet and the technology existed when I was like 11, oh man, I'd have been a super hit. Like I made just the craziest fucking songs, but it is what it is. I might still do that one day. I don't get myself canceled first. Trying to same plot as Sister Act 2. You are onto something there. You're definitely onto something. But let's get into some crazy videos. Then we're gonna talk about, you know, upgrading your operating system, your belief system, because it's some stuff I'm gonna share with y'all, and then some personal Ed Honcho insights that I'm gonna share with you guys, and you know, it'll be great. You know what, Jason? With that attitude, you're no longer the leader of the Den cover band. You know, I'm not gonna stand for it. I'm not gonna stand for it. I don't know anybody else who can play any instruments, but we'll find someone. What y'all want? Y'all want woke? Y'all want humor? Y'all want? I got this one video I want to show y'all. Actually, 2 videos I want to show y'all, but it's a lot of naked assery. I probably have to like age restrict this video after it's done. It's super crazy, right? For all of y'all who used to fuck around here when it was the Kush Den, I've been getting like messages every day from fucking YouTube on how they've been going back and age restricting all of the Kushtin videos. Well, not all, but most of them. Y'all remember the ones that used to have the montage in the back, right? You know what I'm saying? Is it working? Oh wow. I did absolutely nothing. The one that used to have the montage of the young ladies partaking in the back. For some reason, all of those have been getting age restricted. Like at first I was like, oh, what the fuck is going on? Somebody's going back hating. But I started watching, I started saying, oh yeah, every video that had that. Definitely had Traumatic, what's the motherfucking deal? So let's get into it, man. Oh, and remember yesterday we saw the video with the Auntie Anne's? I went to where was I at today? McAllister's Deli or something like that, and they have like Auntie Anne's in there. I think that's where I went. We got some violence, we got some political bullshit. I talked about Apple users being in 1984. We're gonna get into that. Let's just get the wokey woke. Let's get the Rona shit out the way first. Oh, I guess what else?
Show vaccine.
Hold on. Oh shit! Oh, I'm on my ashy elbow. I forgot to get my headphones. All right, there we go. Turn this down because that shit's already loud. Bring it back one time. Hold up, screw.
Get your vaccine. How we gonna beat it if we don't get your vaccine? Have to put our mask back on. Put that needle in your arm.
That's a kazoo for me.
Get your vaccine. Get your vaccine. Get your vaccine. Get your vaccine. How we gonna beat it if we don't get your vaccine? Have to put our mask back on. Put that needle in your arm.
It's the kazoo for me. I'm gonna be honest. This would be a great video for heroin users. Anyway, let's just move on from that. That was real odd. I was not expecting. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna be honest, Jason. You know, your guitar is cool and all until you start coming with the kazoo. I don't know. I have my doubts, right? Got all my doubts. See what you're all about. See if you're tough enough to be a kazoo guy. A little bit of propaganda for you. Very vague information and shit. Here we go.
Hey TikTok, I want to tell you about Florida. What do I know about Florida? Because I work in Texas. Well, I'm part of a national company with frontline healthcare workers all across the country with a huge presence in Florida. We run a national call today with all of our physician leaders and our CEO. This is what one of our regional medical directors from the Florida area told us. Mind you, this is a seasoned, experienced emergency room physician who's seen a lot in her lifetime. She described it as the worst she's ever been in. She mentioned how in Florida, in many parts, patients are being taken 8 to 10 hours away to find a hospital bed. She states many of the smaller hospitals are dangerously low on oxygen and related supplies. Finally, she described a case where a young man wearing a COVID is a hoax shirt stumbled into one of their emergency rooms, coughing, couldn't breathe, and passed out. And he got intubated later that night because of COVID pneumonia. And apparently now he is fighting for his life. So yes, Florida is a mess right now and is essentially ground zero of the pandemic in this country. If you're in Florida, please be safe and get vaccinated. Please let's all of us take this more seriously. We got to get through this. Hey,
I'm going to be honest. I don't believe this, right? Because we keep seeing these crazy messages. Like, where in Florida? Where is this happening in Florida? Because you can go look the statistics up, and statistics don't match a lot of these TikTok videos. This guy reminds me of, who was it? Was it Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas? Just without the hat? Word? That's what I'm saying. I believe it. Like, that's who's getting it. The people who are jabbed are the ones who's getting the fucking shit. And the ones who are like, you gotta go get the jab. Just look, if you want to make you feel better about what you did, I can't help you do that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and I meant to talk about that shit. Have y'all seen that shit in Mac? We're gonna talk about that too. Remind me. I meant to talk about it last night. We were talking about migrants. Have y'all seen that shit in fucking McAllen, Texas, dog? It's crazy. It reminds me of that fucking scene from Scarface. You know what I'm saying? I personally believe that the jab, the poke, the punch, whatever you want to call it, is the cause of the variant. You didn't hear about none of this shit when everybody and their mama was catching it, right? Or allegedly getting it. I had a video too of the chick from Chicago. She was some type of medical official now, and I forgot what it was. She was out there basically saying that, you know, that they documented everybody, like came out and basically said what everybody's been saying, that they documented people who had symptoms that died as Rona deaths. They documented people who had it, but that wasn't really the main cause of their death, checked off as Rona deaths. And then like people who died, like I say, like, and the people who were mainly impacted, unfortunately, older, bigger, right? And so if you really took the numbers of just dying from, it's like, it's probably flu-like numbers, your regular flu-like numbers. People talking about, oh, the emergency rooms are overwhelmed, but you're seeing these people laying off staff that won't get laying off medical professionals who don't want to get the jab. But you're overwhelmed. I mean, they're going to find people to replace them. So I guess, again, yeah, speaking more code, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. They're on the way. He's over there talking about it. We're going to get him. And it's just like, no, it's terrible, man. It's super crazy. Like, and I wish I could find the video, because it's, again, she's behind a official city seal or whatever they call it, Illinois state seal, and she's basically saying that, right? And where's the test for the variation, right? Like, so how do you know if I'm pledging this one or pledging that one, like the little video, right? I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, I tell you this, like I said, if I made the wrong choice and I gotta go with whatever happens to me, I'm with that. Like, I did that. Like, it is what it is. Okay. And now for everybody who has it, I wish you the best. Like, I don't wish ill on nobody, which is super crazy. You got people who got it wishing death on people who don't, but then they're sitting there talking about we were trying to protect everybody. You know what word I haven't heard in a long time? What happened to herd immunity? Like, what happened to that, right? You know what I mean? So, I don't know if it's the one from Alabama, but the one, like I said, the one I heard was, it was a chick from, like I said, it was a chick from Illinois. It was a black chick. And she was behind the state seal. She was on the podium and she was talking about, she was like, some actual government official talking about how they measured the shit, how they calculated the shit, right? And it's crazy because we had certain other government officials in other places that put the most endangered groups in danger, and a lot of them clocked out. But we're not gonna talk about that. That's not what we're gonna talk about tonight, though. We're gonna talk some more about these crazy stories. But matter of fact, yeah, we are. We're gonna get official stuff, right? I'm gonna make it official. I can't say, yeah, you're in there saying stuff, Honcho, you shouldn't be saying. All right, okay, cool. Here is y'all's guy. Check it out.
Of the unvaccinated. So we have to get more people vaccinated. I said, well over, what's the number again? I remind myself, 350 million Americans have already been vaccinated.
Does anybody know, like, how many Americans are in America? Like, what's the average number? I didn't even notice. The tie is hideous. Adam, what's the motherfucking deal? Ruby, how are you doing this evening? Again, does anybody have an idea, roughly, the idea of how many it is? Oh, man. I mean, I know they got ugly sweaters. And then they give Obama a bunch of shit like a while back for wearing like a tan suit or something. This is even worse. This is terrible. This is horrible, bro. This is like the ugliest time. This is like vomit. This motherfucker dressed like a blunt. With or without him. However you want to count them, right? We're all Americans. But yeah, so basically saying everybody's vaccinated. I mean, everybody's got the jab, so what's the problem now, right? Your president said it. He also said the other day that if you get the poke, you won't get the thing, right? We just call it the thing. He said it in that town hall. Well, if you get the pokes, you won't get the thing. You can't get it. Like, this dude does not know what's going on in the world. He's the leader of the free world. Oh, I have not seen the Alabama governor. What's shaking with that? But I got something else to show you. I'm gonna play this, but I'm gonna tell y'all this is the funniest thing, right? This is why I say what I say. This is why my stance is what it is. I'm gonna show y'all in just a second the video after this. Because I know a lot of people are like, well, why do you say that? Why do you feel that way? Why do you know, this and that? The video after this explains why my stance is the way it is about this shortly.
They're doing fine. I'm pleased to report the past week we've seen of the unvaccinated. So we have to get more people vaccinated. I said, well over, what's the number again? I remind myself, 350 million Americans have already been vaccinated. They're doing fine.
They're doing fine.
I'm pleased to report the past week we've seen of the unvaccinated. So we have to get more.
No, it does at the bottom say that you're posting a link. Like it just says that. Ignore it when it says that because it's a lie. I'll figure it out. I'll figure out what deal it is. When it says it. Might be under this. Oh, there it is. That's what it is. All right. It should be possibly be off. All right, so there's that, right? But here's the video, and I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna let y'all listen. Because I find this crazy. I find this super crazy. Because this is what I said, you know. I'm just gonna play it. Like I said, let y'all think for yourself. You guys are smart people. So y'all will figure it out. And I'll shut my mouth and I'll talk about it after this.
I think it's going to be a very skeptical American public about taking the vaccine, and they should be.
We can't trust the president and take his word and take a vaccine that might cause harm to us.
If and when the vaccine comes, and it's not likely to go through all the tests that needs to be and the trials that are needed to be done.
Let's just say there's a vaccine that is approved and even distributed before the election. Would you get it?
Well, I think that's going to be an issue for all of us.
When we finally do, God willing, get a vaccine, who's going to take the shot? Who's going to take the shot?
We will need to have access to the vaccine results so we can make our independent assessment to make sure that Donald Trump's fingerprints are not on it.
You can be the first one to say, sign me up. They now say it's okay.
Is the vaccine safe? Frankly, I'm not going to trust the federal government's opinion. And I wouldn't recommend to New Yorkers based on the federal government's opinion.
And the question of whether it's real when it's there, that requires enormous transparency.
Would you trust that vaccine?
There's very little that we can trust that comes out of Donald Trump's mouth.
We cannot take for granted this process will be free of political influence.
I don't trust the president, and I don't trust the FDA.
If Donald Trump can't give answers and the administration can't give answers to these three questions, the American people should not have confidence.
You're going to say to the American people now, here's a vaccine, it was new, it was done quickly, but trust this federal administration and their health administration that it's safe?
I will say that I would not trust Donald Trump.
How confident are you in the approval process of the FDA right now?
How confident am I? I'm not that confident.
Yes, I would be hesitant, but I'm going to ask a lot of questions.
You're going to need someone other than this FDA and this CDC saying it's safe.
You've got to make all of it available to other experts across the nation so they can look and see. So there's consensus this is a safe vaccine.
What I'm worried about is that there's some sort of October surprise and that there is a pressure put on the decision makers here to announce a vaccine in October of 2020.
We're going to put together our own group of doctors and medical experts to review the vaccine and the efficacy and the protocol. And if they say it's safe, then I'll go to the people of New York and I will say it's safe.
But if Donald Trump tells us that we should take it, I'm not taking it.
I think it's going to be.
Where are they now? Where are they now? Wise, what's the motherfucking deal? Where are they now? All of the usual players, right? These are all the big faces that we see almost day in and day out now. They're at the forefront of this thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's the crazy shit. But that's what happened. All the people who were singing and dancing and whatever else now, all of them are on the same page. Had it been Orange Man Bad, successfully getting reelected, I think the numbers would be even lower. We wouldn't be talking about any of this shit. Right? We'd still be having the same consequence. Here's my person, I would have took it either way. Because again, like I said, cool beans. I find Trump to be hilarious. I like some of the things that he did, but I wasn't going to take it anyway. It was put out too fast. There's not enough research behind it. Trials take years, right? You got an emergency declaration or whatever the fuck you call it to put it out. So I don't care if it was Trump. I don't care if it was Biden. I don't care if it was Muhammad Ali. I don't give a fuck. Came back from the dead and said, take the shit. You need the shit, nigga. Just take the jab. That's why I'm fucked up for that, but I said it anyway. I'm not going to do it, bro. No. Common sense here. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, it's just you got to have some fucking sense about yourself because only one you. I don't believe that anybody who is in charge of thousands, much less millions, tens of millions or hundreds of millions of people can give an individual fuck about you and what you have going on. And if you believe that, you're a buffoon. Now they may have general interest in things that you have a general interest in. And, that may kind of trickle down and benefit you. Maybe certain beliefs, certain principles that you share. But if you think these people care about you individually on the level that you've never met these people, you didn't contribute a significant amount of money to their campaign or anything of that nature, get the fuck out of here. That should not ever escape your line of thinking because they don't. I don't care who it is, right? And that's the problem because people have gotten so blindly, and this is going to get into the belief system thing. We're going to talk more about that, but they've so blindly aligned themselves with either or party, right? And so there are ridiculous things going on in all facets of this shit, and people just don't think anymore. People don't think, right? At all. And so again, it is what it is. Yeah, absolutely. Why are you trying to force something? And like I said, I see airlines mandating this shit. I see a lot of healthcare situations. I see federal government mandating this shit. It was another crazy one I saw. I was like, wow, this is what's going on. You're already having a hard enough time getting people to go back to work in some of these places that are forcing this. It's going to be very interesting. Huh? Houston. Am I ignoring Houston? What are you talking about? Oh, Houston, Texas talk. Oh, what you mean they trying to lock you up, man? Shout out to Asmel. What happened? You see, you over there fucking with a dog, oh man. Oh, you got that triple P, man. Nah, it should say Gitmo for everybody. Gitmo for all the politicians. Oh yeah. Now, I think the airlines are forcing the employees for sure, but I'm pretty sure they are. Man, look, I'm essential, right? I'm essential regardless if they say I'm essential or not. I'm not like the last time. Appreciate the love, Miss Sarah Lou. The last time there was a quote unquote, like, what lock? What are you talking about? Like, I noticed nothing, right? It's Texas. I noticed nothing different, right? Like, so maybe I didn't follow the rules or something. Maybe I wasn't following protocol. But if they come with that bullshit again, like, oh God, what's the name? You had to put another, there's, unless you're vaccinated, it's terrible. We need to stay home again. Bitch, please. You know what I'm saying? Like, miss me with that shit. I need to be careful because, Harris County still got the fucking clamps on my ass. But, man, fuck that, bro. Like, anyway, don't let them hold you down. Houston, Texas, talk about, look, shit, move about freely. But here's the thing, right? But here's the real crazy part. Because, one, fortunately, little one's not in HISD, but that HISD, the superintendent of HISD, talking about, we're going to defy the anti-mandate, I like to call it, that the governor put. He said no mask mandates. He said no requiring to know if somebody had the jab or not here in Texas. All the people's video. Oh no, I didn't. Did y'all get to hear that, or did I cut that out? Hold on, let me bring that back for y'all. Appreciate the love. Shenanigans. Let me see. I might be able to bring it up right here. I ain't gonna let me do it, Miss Sarah Lou. Hold on, let me bring the dilly dally up. But yeah, but so I seen that today. He's talking about that they're not gonna follow protocol, that they're gonna make it mandatory for on the bus, on the playground, where they outside on campus, like in classroom. Let me tell y'all something, man. Like, if it gets back to that, I don't care what it's gonna take. Like, I think the little one's gonna have to come. Like, I told her, we talked to her earlier, and it's just like, one, if any of your teachers ask you some shit when you go back to school and start asking you, what are your pronouns? Like, let us know. That first and foremost. Like, yoink, it's time to come out of school. But number two, something I did not realize. I told y'all towards the end of last year, she had like a little incident in class, like she kind of not necessarily passed out, but had like a little situation. What happened was they had a fit test, right? And so we went to go pick her up, we took her to the emergency room and everything after that. Then we picked her up, took her to the emergency room, we were just kind of trying to figure out what happened, like why, because she's very active, it's not an issue. Like, she was out there pushing hard because she wanted to be number one, wanted to have like the best thing. And like the fit test is like however many laps, and then they would shrink down the amount of time, and you have to run the laps faster, right? And she was like, I think she said it was her and some other little girl, she was one of the last ones. And then, she just kind of gave out, was kind of wobbly, and all this other stuff. And I did not think about it until like 2 days ago. Like, when we picked her up, she didn't have a mask on. It wasn't nothing like, so I thought maybe I'm not thinking they got these kids out here running a fucking fit test with a fucking mask on. And I asked her, I was like, did you have your mask on when you had to? It's like, it never hit my mind. I never fucking do that shit. Like, I ain't wearing no fucking mask. And she was like, yeah. Like, that's the fucking reason why. That's the whole, like, sitting there trying to figure out what, like, is this a medical condition? We had tests run, neurological tests, went to check the heart, like all kind of different shit going on, like, all kind of doctors and shit trying to make sure that it wasn't an issue. And it did not click to me until like a couple of days ago. They had the kids out here running a fucking fit test with a goddamn mask on. Like, that shit had me livid, but she's going from elementary into junior high now. I want to go back and slap the fuck out of that fucking junior high gym teacher. I'm going to have to identify as a female for a little bit and bitch slap her motherfucker. Like, it didn't click. right? And she was like, even when she was breathing, having trouble, like they still had her fucking mask on. It's like she didn't take it off until like I guess she got to like the nurse's office or whatever. And she said when she took it off, the nurse was kind of like distant acting and shit. Like it didn't fucking click to me until then. And I'm like, this is the ignorance, the buffoonery. This is the bullshit. This is how stupid people have gotten. Like the sensibility is out the fucking window. Kids who ain't even impacted by this shit, right? Kids who ain't even affected by this shit. So all these old flumpy motherfuckers who are afraid, you know, because you done made whatever bad decisions you done made, or you just whatever, like of some shit that ain't doing you like that. It's just crazy, man. We're gonna be running that back. Oh.
I am a lime, but not blindly.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, baby.
Boss tea sipper. But and so that's my deal, is just like, man, that shit had me so hot though. Like, but it's my fault for not clicking until, you know, like a couple of days ago. And I'm just like, what the fuck, dog? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit had me fucking that shit had me hot, dog. But like I said, fortunately we're not in HISD. But we're gonna see how this whole thing plays out. But some decisions may have to be made, right? Just some shit just gonna have to shake, man. Like I say, you know, we'll get into that. We get into the belief systems and all that other shit. It is what it is. But that shit is fucking ridiculous, man. Like, yeah, so she had on the fucking man, like, dog, I was like, but unfortunately she's fine. There's no, you know, other issues, nothing like that. Because it was like a one-off thing. I'm like, why? She ran up and down the field and soccer and all this other shit and be pushing it, like be giving it all, like, and then that shit. But anyway, yeah, and like I said, I'm right on the brink of Fort Bend, which is which is odd. I'm near several counties, but there's that. Like I said, there's always options. There's always other things. But like I said, homeschooling may be the best option because weird shit, bro. We're just not with it. Like I say, if you know, if you like it and you love it, cool. I'm just not with that shit. Like, it is what it is. I'm serious about that fucking farm. I'm finna figure it out. I don't know what it's gonna take. I need some acreage in the country. I need to get on my Ray shit. But we got more crazy videos. Like I say, the politicians are playing with your lives, man. But again, you still, like you said, those sheep that are going to blindly follow, that are going to blindly do whatever they say. I want to show this video so bad, dog. I showed y'all the stripping at the funeral the other day. I got one even worse than that, but it's so much worse. I don't know if I can show it, right? I don't know if I can. So, man, you know what? That might be how I get the farm. We sue them, right? We sue them, get the farm, I get some of that Starlink internet, keep the den going. Then I'll do live streams with chickens. Fuck Scotty. Let's put a little humor in here. Let's just laugh a little bit. And then I don't really got much violence tonight. We'll put a little humor though. And then we'll get some of this other weird wokey shit.
Wow, dog.
Niggas ain't shit, dog.
I bet I get this dog. Wow, dog.
And he said, I bet you I get this one. But here's my thing with this whole situation. Niggas ain't shit, bro. They ain't check to see if the man had a concussion and broke his neck. Now, this nigga just come hold his hat on his fucking head. And I'm laughing at it's all an illusion. Because that is how that's how them fuckers rap, dog. That is how them motherfuckers rap. Now, this motherfucker, clunk, nah, he bow. Oh, this make my neck hurt. I'm fucking thinking about it, right? Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Yeah, that's very unfortunate for that gentleman. Let's check out some more motorized shenanigans.
Only in Philadelphia is somebody riding a fucking Barbie car. A Barbie car on the boulevard. This motherfucker is waving to people like he's a celebrity. Like just fucking chilling on the boulevard. And he's keeping up with the cars. Like the fuck? Who does this? Only in Philadelphia is somebody riding a fucking Barbie car. A Barbie car on the boulevard. This
That motherfucker getting it though. Motherfucker look like Mario Kart and shit. Motherfucker gone, man. Hey, I wonder how that works. Like, need a special license for that. If them motherfucking ride them, what them fucking shits is, the slingshots, fuck it, let them have it. All right, I'm gonna save some more of this other terrible shit for stuff. Let's get these other wokey wokes out the way, and then let's talk about sexism. Let's talk about sexism, baby. Let's talk about misogyny. Let's talk about the patriarchy and some other shit. I got no more in me. Let's just go. All right.
Construct, specifically a culturally constructed caste system designed to oppress women and benefit men. Woman is not a feeling. I don't feel like an anything. It's a social class determined by your material condition in a patriarchal society. Cis women have their reproductive organs regulated by government legislation with abortion bans and birth control restrictions. Both cis and trans women are systemically raped, sex trafficked, fetishized in porn, and abused by their male partners. Men.
Who's sex trafficking trannies? I've never heard of a such thing. Like, who's doing that? I've never heard of it. Who's going to go through the effort of trying to get that nigga to act right? Because y'all have seen 1,000 videos where they be trans 1 minute and then it gets violent, they turn to a whole nigga. Nigga voice be deeper than the nigga that's causing problems. Who's trafficking that? Professor Trill, I'm gonna be honest with you. You came in at the wrong time. But let's get it. You missed some good shit though.
Men, on the other hand, literally run the fucking world. They own the vast majority of wealth, land, industries, enterprises, and political power. The reason men commit crimes like rape and domestic violence on a structural level is not because of their DNA, but because of gendered socialization. And it's important for women to examine the ways that we've been socialized as well. Why do we feel ugly when we don't wear makeup or shave? Why do we fake orgasms during sex, prioritizing our partner's ego over our own comfort or pleasure?
Because you're dumb. Now, this is something I've always said, right? This is some shit I've always fucking said. If a woman fakes an orgasm, she's dumb as shit. Like, you playing yourself. One, how the fuck the nigga supposed to know? Right? How is he supposed to fucking know? How is he supposed to know? You got him thinking that he's doing the right thing. Why don't you say fucking something? Right? Now, of course, you can tell there's anyway, whatever. But again, if you do that, that's your own fucking fault. Congratulations. You played yourself.
Why do we constantly apologize for just existing? We need to stop socializing people into the roles of men and women, which are inherently patriarchal, and instead allow people to live as individuals and form their own self-expression. Feminism should be about gender abolition. Gender is a cultural...
This whole gender abolition and shit. Remember that other weirdo chick, the black chick we watched a couple of weeks back? That shit don't make no sense. Talking about she doesn't understand what it means to be a woman. Like, it's very unfortunate these women grew up hating themselves. But whatever. I mean, you look like you're dressing pretty gendered there. You're wearing what looks to be lipstick. And you talk about this shit. So should have done this video, with no nothing. None of that. Should have put a pantsuit on and maybe take it a little bit more seriously. Probably not, but maybe. More weirdo shit coming right at you.
Gender euphoria, the best way I can describe that is like fully recognizing yourself, seeing yourself the way you want to be.
I finally figured out this bitch looked like Bowser off fucking Mario. When I first seen like the little parts, like I said, I don't always watch the whole fucking clips because I kind of want to be partially surprised myself. They look like Bowser. Put her in the cart. She need to be in the cart with the fucking the little pink Barbie cart, the princess cart that was just going. Shut up.
Perceived. So like a lot of people when they get top surgery for the first time, they're going to feel a lot of gender euphoria because they're seeing themselves, as they want to be perceived. So for people like me who want to be perceived as more of a thing than a person, doing stuff like this, intense makeup or clown makeup, like that's obviously going to make me feel gender euphoria because I feel like myself. I feel like I recognize myself. Gender euphoria, the best way I can describe that is like fully recognize.
Bring in the clowns. Like, I don't know, right? But a clown is like a happy thing. Maybe she's on the ICP shit. Again, I'm telling people, like, you don't know how much better you'd feel if go exercise. Even women, lift a little bit of weights. Like, you ain't gotta be heavy weights. So you can do a bunch of butt stuff. Just do it. Just get a hobby. Like, embrace challenges and overcome them. Like, not trying to change the world on some weird shit. Just, you would be surprised how much better you would feel. You know what I'm saying? Relative on the Krispy Kreme bands. I got nothing for this one. Like I say, if they ever made a female Bowser, if they ever made like another Mario Brothers movie or whatever, she's got it. All right. This one I found to be hilarious, though. This one was funny. Totally relates to this next video. Hope you can too.
Black people in America can't sleep in their own beds without fearing for their lives.
Bro, I don't know what motherfuckers be getting that shit. I sleep good. Matter of fact, but a couple weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, we upgraded the bed. It was a necessity. My old lady sleep too wild. I'm too big for that shit. Bro, it's had to kick the dog out. I'm sorry to inform you. Yes, we had to kick Scotty out. He's not allowed in the new bed, and he has been begging every night to get in the bed. So he has his bed next to the fucking floor. He's finally got to the point where he's accepted it. I think he gave me some trouble the other night. But this is your typical left wing person, right? Let me tell you something. You're oppressed. No, shut up. Yeah, you are. Let me tell you why. You know what I mean? This is what's wrong with niggas. This is what's wrong. Well, not niggas. Well, niggas who align with that bullshit, right? They tell you you're oppressed, and niggas believe this shit because then it allows them to have excuses. It allows them to use that as something to fall back on because you ain't got to hold yourself accountable for something. It's fucking. So it's so sad that people can't see the issue. You're the issue. That's what's going on. Because you lying to these motherfuckers. I don't know about this guy. He's Kate Cunningham black. Anywho, I sleep good at night. But you know where the niggas are having trouble sleeping that can't sleep good in their bed? It has nothing to do with white folks. And we can get into that, but I'm gonna say that for something sometime next week, I'm sure. Let's ask some people some questions.
I mean, it's flat.
Flat Earth.
I mean, it's flat.
You're running with flat Earth theory?
Yeah, I'm running
My
with that.
uncle one time, so I'm from Maine, I'm a lobster fisherman, right? So my uncle one time, he got in his boat and he went way fucking past the 3-mile line, all the way out towards Canada. And I swear to fucking God, we never saw that motherfucker again. He went all the way past towards Canada, and I believe, personally, that he sailed off the edge of the Earth. Now, can I offer an opposing theory? Absolutely. The Earth is shaped as a trapezoidal prison. The mountain ranges and different edges. That could have explained why he fell off. Could explain why he fell off. Well, there's always the Marianas Trench, and you know that it splits the Earth in half, right? And so if you fall off the edge of the Earth, you just go straight in. Yep. All right. I feel like you can sign up.
Thank you very much.
How do you feel about flat Earth?
I mean, it's flat.
You're running with flat Earth theory?
Yeah, I'm running
My
with that.
uncle one time, so I'm from Maine, I'm a lobster fisherman, right? So my uncle one time.
Is that not the movements of a nigga who's about to tell a lie? Hey, look, let me tell you something. One time, seen a guy fucking jump clean off a fucking building and fly. Look, man, I fucking bullshit you not. He fucking flew. I'm telling. Hey, just come on, man. I'm telling you. The motherfucker just said he jumped. I thought he's gonna fall on his fucking face. He's gonna fucking die. The motherfucker just flew. No wings, no fucking nothing. I'm just telling you. One time I seen him on my own 2 fucking eyes. You gotta believe me. Like, look at that position. Yeah, I'm a fucking lobster fisherman. Trust me. Yeah, blue lobsters, all that shit. You went out past the fucking 3-mile line, never seen that motherfucker again. But last year at Thanksgiving, he brought the biggest fucking turkey you ever seen in your goddamn life. All right? I'm telling you. Just trust me. It's my Uncle Mark. I'm telling you. It's a real thing. It happened.
He got in his boat and he went way fucking past the 3-mile line, all the way out towards Canada. And I swear to fucking God, we never saw that motherfucker again. He went all the way past towards Canada, and I believe, personally, that he sailed off the edge of the Earth. Now, can I offer an opposing theory? Absolutely. The Earth is shaped as a trapezoidal prison. The mountain ranges and different edges. That could have explained why he fell off. Could explain why he fell off. Well, there's always the Marianas Trench, and you know that it splits the Earth in half, right? And so if you fall off the edge of the Earth, you just go straight in. Yep. All right. I feel like you can sign up.
Thank you very much.
I'm gonna be honest, all this is bad. The interviewer, the interviewees, there's this tree arm thing going on. There's some bull ring stuff happening. I'm gonna be telling you, this is Mariana Trench. No. You guys got off, it's fucking Middle Earth. All right? It's fucking Middle Earth. And, you know, the King Kong and Godzilla shit is what's really taking place. They fucking went too far. Godzilla fucking ate his ass. Like, hey, man, this is not your territory. Or, you know, the crazy Canadian pirates probably got it. I'm pretty sure it was like one of these two things. This is science. I got this. I'm telling you. I'm trying to help y'all out. Just trust me. I personally believe that little nigga there. Oh, nobody's ever called that person a nigga. That's a nigga. All right. You know a nigga when a nigga finna lie to you. That's a nigga right there. You got the whole everything. All right, Bowser. Bitch, you got to get out of here. All right, we're going to run through these last couple of videos. We're going to talk about some shit. We're going to open up the line. We're going to have us a good time this evening. This is definitely going to give me a copyright claim, but I'm going to just mute the part where the music does come on.
Oh, yeah, Clem. Oh, he dropped him! Oh, he dropped him! Oh!
I got a question. While this is like happening, what is up with this whole, like, why this nigga went and got revenge for his nephew? That's a real live uncle. You ain't gonna do my kinfolk like that. But I'm gonna be honest, like I never listened to the Pop Smoke Kid, you know. And I'm not here nor there. But for those of you who have, is he another one of those New York propped up type individuals. You know, anything that come out of New York is like overhyped. You know what I mean? Like everybody's felt like he was gonna bring New York back. And then, you know, what took place was unfortunate. You know, it is what it is. But like niggas hyped the music gonna seem like have like an acting scene or something like that, or was it because he hung out with 50 Cent one time or some shit? You know, that's the whole reason 6ix9ine blew up all that New York shit. Anyway, I'm just curious. I've never listened to the music, but I see motherfuckers like love playing this shit. If you've ever listened to the Pop Smoke, you know, let me know on that. Bullying little kids is terrible. I got niggardry. I got a little white folks action. Since we're talking fat people and falling, I'll stick with this.
Chad, don't be a big old P word. Get him, Chad. You think you get bit, watch.
Motherfucker, don't you do it. Hey, can I distract you?
Don't kill him. Oh, God. Chad, you okay?
Chad, get up. Damn it.
Chad, I got it on film that matters.
Did you get that video?
Yeah, I got a video. Hey, he's curled up. Chad, you okay?
Damn it, I said to get him by.
Chad, you alright? I got that on video.
I'm trying to figure out how Chad got down bad.
Chad, don't be a big old P word. Get him, Chad. You think you get bit, watch.
Motherfucker, don't you do it.
Talk to a snake? What happened last time somebody talked to a snake? Didn't work out too well for him.
Hey, can I distract you?
Don't kill him. Oh, God. Chad, you okay?
Chad, get up. Damn it.
Chad, I got it on film that matters.
Did you get that video?
Yeah, I got a video. Hey, he's curled up. Chad, you okay?
Damn it, I said to get him by.
Chad, you alright? I got that on video.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm glad that they got that on video. I don't know. I ran that fucking snake over. A piece of snake. I wouldn't have stopped. I wouldn't have gave a damn. Fuck him. You know, let the vultures have it. I always thought Chads like the Chads and the incels. You know what I'm saying? Like the Chads, they always refer to the Chads as the swole guys that get all the girls. I'm gonna be honest. The whole incel logic has been blown in this video. Chad might be the incel. So like I'm trying to figure out how he ended up from there to there. I'm not a science man, but it's just, and then everybody just standing around watching the shit. I don't know. But anywho, if they weren't there to record, I guarantee he'd tell that story a whole lot differently than the way it really took place. But congratulations to Uncle Chad for whatever the fuck the purpose of that was. Oh, I don't know. Okay, yeah, I can put it out. I don't know. I'm gonna show y'all one. It's kind of funny. It's kind of fucked up, but they did it to themselves, right? And the one I really want to show you, I think I'm just gonna post it in the Discord after the stream because it's a little outrageous. And like I said, I'd probably have to age restrict the stream to show it. It's not nudity, but it's close. But here we go. Enjoy. Y'all say y'all like them bow-legged girls, right? This is a party I would not want to be at. This is some bottom of the barrel bitchery going on. Like, but again, hey, if there's free attention to be had, there's gonna be people going to go get it. I'm gonna be honest, she didn't drop down very far. I don't know. I don't know. She did it to herself. I don't want to laugh. But when the camera's off, I'm going to sniggle. I definitely am. It's the walk away that made it so bad. All right. Last but not least, the worst of all the videos I think I'm showing. That's not even the worst. This one just makes no sense. I wish that this video was longer, and I wish I had more context. That's all I can say about this. All right. Check it out. Then we're going to talk about some shit. We're going to open up the live.
Crack this shit. You just chrome this shit, boy. Watch out. Chrome this shit again. Chrome this shit again. You had to make sure you don't get jumped. You ready to chrome that shit again. Oh my God. Are you good? You want 50 now? You good? Are you good? I don't give a fuck about no chilling shit. Okay. It's official. In the store. This y'all two. This y'all two. This y'all two. This y'all two. Ain't no more. Ain't no more talking. Ain't no more talking. Oh, shit.
No.
Crack this shit.
Blocked this nigga a couple times with a bottle. Let me tell you, shit don't be like in the movies, fucking bottle just bust open on the motherfucker shit. That shit is hard,
Let me see
nigga.
again. Chrome this shit again.
Then he reacted so slow, bro.
You ready to chrome that shit again. Oh my God. Are you good? You want 50 now? You good? Are you good? I don't give a fuck about no chilling shit.
The windmill.
Okay. It's official. In the store. This y'all two. This y'all two. This y'all two. This y'all two. Ain't no more. Ain't no more talking. Ain't no more talking. Oh,
I wish this shit was so much longer. Like an additional 32 seconds would have made this just. I want to know what happened. Like I want to know when it ended. How did it get broken up? Like, and it clocked him on the head, and he's just kind of like, what? Then he's sitting there, and he get clocked like again, and he's like, oh shit, I got hit in the head. This nigga got a broken hand or something, this nigga here. It's a bunch of weird shit going on. It's just... Yeah, the kick slide, that was some old Johnny Cage shit. This hit the windmill. He hit the ATM probably more than he hit old buddy. And he tried to like grab him as he's sliding by. Took a knee. This is like some old video game shit. This when you just pushing all the fucking buttons. You ain't never really played the shit before. You just pushing all the buttons and shit. You know, talking about nigga keep doing the same move. Look at that shit right there. This shit is ridiculous, bro. Grown ass man. All right. Let's get into it, man. We're gonna talk about changing your belief system and things of that nature, right? I talk about it every. I want to play that Gang B, so I've actually I think I downloaded. I don't know, but around this time of year, August is a crazy month, right? A lot of birthdays and death. It's just a weird month for me, right? And I've been on some shit about just letting a lot of the past go, like letting it go. Especially more so, you know, since my little vacation last year. And it was cool because like while I was sitting down, I had time to think about a lot of things, right? And I feel like there's certain points in your life when you have certain things going on, you either reach certain levels, plateaus, or, you know, bottoms, whatever you want to call it. There's just certain points in your life where you got to reevaluate your whole perspective. You know what I mean? And you have to remove the things that aren't working for you. I've talked to y'all recently about cutting out the rap music, cutting out a lot of bullshit. Hard beat. If I'm yelling part, I don't want to make y'all yell. But and the reason why I said rap is bad and games are good, because you don't have to play violent video games, and violent video games ain't never made nobody sell dope or do none of that crazy shit. But like, there comes a point when you have to kind of audit yourself, right? You can call in like 10 minutes, still Byron. I don't know what you want to call and talk about, but I would love to hear it. I'm not against rap. I'm not against rappers. But I am against those thugs. But nah, and so it's just you have to. Because it's that whole I keep it real mentality. Roscoe, how are things, man? I say hope all is well as it can be, sir. But like I said, there just comes a point where you got to look at yourself and you say, man, am I operating at this age the same way I was, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, even 2 or 3 years ago? Like you got to look at the stage in your life, and especially like even when you're young, you 16, 17, are you operating the same way you were when you were 13? Are you of the same mindset? Are you still in the same shit? Like, there should always be upgrades. There should always be, have I learned? Have I improved? Have I developed more skills? Do I look at the world the same? And the reason why these things have changed, why have they changed? And I mean, you got to figure it out for yourself. So it's like, it's not a one size fits all thing, right? But I looked at, honestly, there was points probably when I was younger, I was of a better mindset. The world has a way of knocking you down, right? Let me take these off so I don't look like an asshole. But the world has a way of knocking you down. And if you stay down, that can become a personality. That can become a mindset, right? And I talk about how there was a point where I was determined I'm gonna do all the right shit, right? And then it was blow after blow after blow after blow after blow. And I let those blows feel finite. And it impacted my personality, impacted the way I moved, impacted the way I thought, impacted the way I did a lot of shit. It was bad. It was super negative. It was just not good, right? And you take these losses, and then you let these losses feel like they're a part of you. And shit, you let losses feel like a part of you, shit, you feel like a fucking loser, right? And then you start thinking like a loser, you start moving like a loser, you start operating like a loser. And it takes whatever it takes for each individual. And I'm not saying everybody's going to go through this phase. I'm just speaking for myself personally. You allow that to take you, and you start moving like that. And then once you are of that mindset, say, trust me, life will accommodate the way that you choose to think. Life will accommodate you. It is more than happy. The way you choose to approach life, it will serve that to you on a fucking platter. Well, like I said, it took me certain things, and we can get into what those specifics were one day, whatever it may be, to really realize some shit, right? And to really reevaluate and to really look at shit. Part of that is your association, right? Like, he said, when I was younger, I had the white depression. I wish I would have matured earlier. I'm still not. Yeah, and no, man, I'm gonna get into that, especially niggas with that shit, dog. Like, and I wish, and that's why I say those pink hair people, like white people, like the pink hair dude who's told, oh, niggas can't sleep at night. Niggas can't sleep at night. Those are problematic individuals, though. Like, the thing is that those people mean well. They think they mean well, but in reality, they're the biggest problems. But when I talk about your operating system, I'm talking about the way you think. I'm talking about what you believe, right? Because the way you believe will impact the way you move, will impact the way you respond, will impact the way that you, just behave. And if you believe negatively, if you believe in a fashion like a lot of these people you see that we watch videos on every night, the world's a terrible place for you. It's awful, And if you watch too much of this shit and you just think everybody's like this, it can be off. And I think a lot of us can see with sense that it's trending to a not so good place if these things continue on. But again, it's still about how you approach it, still your mindset. I read a book and I can't think of the fucking name of it. The guy's author's name, I think, was Frank Vogel. And it was about a guy who was held in a camp, during in Nazi Germany. And he was a Jewish dude, and he talked about his experiences, right? And I'm gonna be mad when it's a simple title name. And I'm gonna be pissed off when I don't know fucking Depot, leave me alone. Not Frank Vogel, Frank something. He was like a, damn it, I can't think of the shit. Anyway, but like I said, he was a doctor before all of it happened. He was all these things, and he got stripped of all that. His old lady got sent to one camp. He got sent to another. It's a man, so I cannot think of the fucking book, man. It's gonna piss me off because I can't think of the fucking name of the book. That's what I said. I said it wrong. I'm thinking of him, but it's not. Is this it? It might be this one. Yeah, I think, no. Some weird fragrance design. I cannot think of the motherfucker's name for shit. It might not even be that. It might be like Viktor Frankl or something. It's something different. Yeah, Viktor Frankl. Frank Vogel. Like Viktor Frankl and Man's Search for Meaning. Right? Appreciate it. That's what it was. And so, yeah, it's all rap. White men ain't ever done nothing to me. Except for Eminem, because he rapped. And Everlast. But in Viktor L. Frankl, something like that. And so what happens is he talked about like how he dealt with shit, how he dealt with death around him. And he said something super crazy, right? Like it was so bad in that bitch that when people would be having nightmares, like he wanted to wake him. Like you could tell when people were having nightmares. But like motherfuckers was like, the thing was like they wouldn't wake people up from having nightmares because the situation that they were in was worse than the fucking nightmares that they were having, basically, is how he put it. And, things ended up working out for him in the long run. But he went through a lot of stuff. And he talked about the way that he was able to get through that was how he thought about the situation. He tried to find the light, the positivity in those situations when it was really none. Like I can't go into all the details of everything you talk about, just the fucked up shit they dealt with. And, reading that made me look at some of the shit that I went through. In some senses, I can find comparative things, but it's like that shit wasn't even close, right? The illegal issues, lost loved ones, just none of that shit. Like it is crazy to hear that stuff put into words so, I guess, eloquently. And then to bounce back and then be as normal as you could get, right? And then the thing he said was like, when he went back and talking to other Germans, The German people, they were just like, man, we had no idea. We didn't know. They always told us, you know, it was something else, or that these camps were whatever. Like, so they like, you know, even though they were quote unquote complicit in it, they just had no idea, right? And because there used to be people I affiliated with when I was going through certain turmoils and certain things, and, you know, when certain things happened, they were just like, I had no fucking idea. I guess, like I said, I always said I was good at wearing the mask. But like I held a certain kind of feeling for some of these people. But then what I realized was it's not even that. It's not even them. It's not the people. It was me. And that there's a point where the things that I dealt with caused me to grow past the connection that I had with these individuals. There was no purpose, there was no meaning, there was no reasoning, right? And that's why I asked the question, is it wrong to let go of people that, I mean, like I said, you may have always been on good terms with, may have been good friends, that didn't necessarily do anything negative to you, but because you feel that you've surpassed that relationship, is it wrong to let it go? You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people, there's still some people that still reach out to me, you know, certain stuff, certain place. And honestly, I just don't even respond. Like, I don't have ill will to them. I don't have hatred for them. None of that shit. I just got nothing for them. Like, what may have been cool in high school and early 20s and shit like that, it's just not there anymore, right? Broderick, I'm complaining about the barbecue sauce shortage in Texas because you keep bathing in it, you know, filling your Olympic-sized swimming pool full of barbecue sauce just so you can feel special about yourself. It's making it bad on the rest of us, right? We all like Sweet Baby Ray's. We all enjoy it. You know, save some for the rest of us. But, you know, and then somebody hit me the other day, because like I said, coming up soon is my best friend, I told you he passed. His birthday's coming up soon. It's really crazy because it's like right, it's right next to my old lady now. It's like her birthday. And a couple days later, it's, you know, my best friend who passed birthday. And then my old lady I told y'all a while back who had got sick and passed away. The anniversary of her passing is a couple of days after that. So it's like a little weird time. It's like all like in a week span. And so, you know, my best friend was a very popular dude, but I won't say we had fell off. There was just things, you know, life happened. But the thing I'm most thankful for was like those last few months, how close we had gotten again. You know, how back close we came damn near every day. And, you know, some things we talked about, just discussions about people that we used to associate with, and, you know, personal feelings about this, that, and the third, right? Well, if y'all didn't know, back in the day, we used to rap, had a little group and things of that nature. But it was just some little one-off stuff, right? That was in 20s. It's been 10 years, right? It's 21, so it's almost actually been like 12 years. Like, people are still celebrating one-off ass mixtapes, right? And I see these things, and it's like, dog, you're damn near 40. Like, why is that even a thing? Like, but again, like I say, it's motherfuckers that might have been the highlight of their lives or whatever. And I'm just looking at it, and so somebody reached out to me like, oh man, they ain't include you in the thing. Well, I don't give two shits about that. Like, I've moved so far past that shit that it matters. Like, one, I don't fuck with none of them people. And then two, like, again, that was some early 20 shit. Nah, I'm on the closer side of 40. You know what I'm saying? Like, rap is the last thing I give a shit about. Like, and it's just so I look back and I say, maybe it was the right thing. Not fucking with a lot of folks that I used to fuck with, not really trying to keep those ties or whatever. Like I said, it's not ill will, it's not nothing, but it's like I look back and I'm like, these people have not upgraded their operators, still doing the same behavior, still having the same mannerisms, the same hopes and dreams when you were in your early 20s. Some things you gotta say, hey, that ship has sailed, right? But maybe some people can't let it go. But, and I was saying, I agree, the crowd has shrunk. I say the people I fuck with super tough, out of that group, they can call me. Like, most motherfuckers can only reach me via social media. If you have my direct line, that means something. Like I say, it's not counting my mom and my old lady. There might be 10 motherfuckers who got my direct line, right? Might be. And then, like I said, and a couple of them just got it within the last few months. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I do like to keep things small. Like I say, like the good shit to me is, like I said, the other day I fucking talked to like 3 of my good friends in a day. That was like a great day for me. The small things now mean a lot more, right? Especially with all the madness that's going on, all the crazy stuff that's going on. Know that you still got those few people that you can count on, those few people that you can depend on. That matters. Instead of trying to be out showing and acting like something, I don't get it. Like this whole, and that's why I say, like, when I talk about grown women, it's a lot of grown men that act like these women who are trying to compete with teenagers and all this shit that are still living in this fucking old fantasy. You know what I'm saying? So again, it is what it is. God damn. That's wild, bro. A fucking '07 Acura. It's a mean car right there, brother. It's a mean car. You say no, you say you hang around and know exactly what you're talking about. And them dudes over 50 still snorting powder and going to the 100. Oh, wow. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy shit. That's fucking crazy shit. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's them old niggas. Like, now I see why they used to have them old niggas be in their 50s and 60s still wearing FUBU. Broderick's one of them niggas. Broderick still wears FUBU. Y'all may not know that. Y'all may not have seen the pictures. He was on vacation in Miami, rocking the 05 baby blue FUBU. Talking about some somebody had the matching J's with it. But again, like I said, I think some people mature faster than others. Some people mature slower than others. Some people just never change. Some people get stuck on this keep it real shit, right? And they never grow up. And they be the same mother that's fucking 50, 60-year-olds still call themselves hustling. You know what I'm saying? At what point does it end? And that's why I say, like, for me, I feel like that the rap, that a lot of shit perpetuates a lot of this shit for niggas, especially. It perpetuates the oppressed by the white man mentality. That's why I got to keep living like this, keep doing like this. But again, like I said, that's just my thoughts. But when we talk about belief systems upgrading, well, how do you do that? Well, I guess I cannot tell you that. You got to make those decisions for yourself. You got to figure those things out on your own, because you have to understand what is it that you have to believe. That's why I say you have to self-evaluate. I'm gonna be honest. Broderick has a terrible Pimp C impression. I think of anybody in the den Broderick probably has the worst Pimp C impression. I'm willing to go out on limb and say that both Sarah and Jason S have a better Pimp C impersonation than Broderick. And I don't even know if Jason S knows who Pimp C is. But again, just my thoughts, just out there. So what I want to know, I'm opening up the line here, and I've been talking, running my mouth. Your operating system. When did you have to upgrade? Why? What was it that made you realize the way that I am living my life now will not be sufficient for my long-term sustenance or success or stability? What was it that you had to change? What was it that made you look at life differently? You know what I mean? So, give me a second. I'm going to open up the line, make sure the stuff is booted up. You know? What time is it? We'll have maybe a 7-minute rule. Usually I do 10, but we ain't got too much longer that we're going to go. I'm going to take my ass to sleep. I got to get up and do some funky work in the morning. But let's see. Is the dilly dally on? Yeah, bet. All right, cool. Flip the script right here. The number is, I don't know. You gotta wait till it pops up on the screen. It's like, I think it's 832-692-1337. Don't text it, because I'm not gonna answer any text messages. I think that's the number. Let's see. 694. Damn, I almost thought I had it right. 832-694-1337. If you got something you want to call in, say you got a story you want to share about, when you had to make a change in your life, or if you feel like you're in a position in life where you want to make a change and maybe you just don't know how. Maybe I can offer some advice. Maybe the Den folk. Got a lot of wise, smart people in here who may be able to do the same. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the Den this evening?
Hey, what's up, Honcho? It's all an illusion.
All an illusion. How you doing this evening, sir?
Toxic. Good. How you doing, man?
Good. Okay, I'm pretty good. No complaints. So what's on your mind, man?
Well, I got a story about changing your circle. Man, for me, I think it's probably the only. If you go through your life and your circle doesn't get smaller, especially if you started with a big one in your youth, then you're going to fail. It doesn't matter what life you lead, you're going to eventually fail. Because most people suck. So how can you progress in your life if you keep, people that suck around you? So, but for me, I was forced into it. It's also, everything happened at one time for me. I used to be an idiot. I used to do a lot of dumb, immature stuff. I had kids real young. And that still wasn't enough. All the shit I talked, a lot of it self-talk because I was a bad person whenever I had kids, whenever they were young. And I wasn't around that much. And I had a lot of friends. Well, people I thought were my friends, so-called homies. And whenever I was 25, I started picking up cases for random stuff. And I would always end up getting bailed out of jail by either my kid's mom or my mom or a combination of the two. But if I had somebody go down, I would pitch in $200-$300, make sure they got out of jail. But I still didn't see that. I still did not see those signs. So I picked up a pretty tough case at one point. I never got indicted, but I got arrested for trafficking, conspiracy to distribute, like 2 or 3 other things. And so that one scared me a little bit to where I hid for a little while. And so I went to somebody's house I thought I could trust, crashing on their couch 2-3 weeks trying to lay low. And somehow I ended up getting set up at that house. This has a lot to do why I say fuck New York, because some dude from New York tried to kill me.
Shit.
And I consider this dude my friend, right? So when that happened, I ended up having to cut pretty much everyone out of my life. I even ran away to San Antonio, and it took like 2 or 3 months to really evaluate my life. And I got around my uncle, who's 30 years older than me, and he ended up giving me a lot of game, a lot of information, and steering me towards the Bible, towards Scripture. And so by me reading that, the first thing that spoke to me was I was a bad dad, that I was a terrible father, and that I was also really turning a woman who was the mother of my children possibly into a whore, because I was, forcing her to do the thing that America uses to empower these women, which is be a single mom. Yep. And so I ended up moving back home, and I say out of a good 40 people that I used to interact with at least once a week, most people every day, that dwindled down within like a 6-month period to like 2 people that I was dealing with on a daily basis because of the circumstances of this dude trying to take my life. Like, some people knew, and I didn't know who knew, and I didn't want to figure out who knew. I just knew that somebody knew and nobody told me that it was going to happen. So I don't think there's nothing wrong with cutting down your circle. The bigger the crowd, the dumber the crowd. That's what I always say.
I can agree
the
with
bigger the crowd, the dumber the crowd.
Well, now do you still associate with maybe those two, or I mean, how do you view those relationships now after some time has passed?
One of them I kept close because in that situation he did what he could. I don't want to get too much into. I don't like glorifying stuff.
Yeah.
So he did something to intervene with me getting hit. Mm-hmm. And so I kept him close this is almost 10 years ago now. I just cut him off last year.
Yeah.
But I would do anything for that dude for a long time. But it got to a point where he was asking me for handouts like once a month. And I just couldn't. I kept trying to tell him, like, bro, you got to get up and do your own thing at this point. Yeah. You've been on your ass for way too long. You're 5 years older than me. You need to do something for yourself. And he would always hit me with like, well, I'm trying to, but my record, and this, and that. Eventually, I had to cut him off. The other one, he actually ended up passing away 4 years ago.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Otherwise, I'd probably still be close with him. But he was a regular dude. He was like a dude that I grew up with in high school and stuff like that. He never really went left.
Yeah.
And so that's the crazy part. Out of everyone, he's the one that's gone. But he passed away in a vehicle accident.
Oh, so that's crazy. Yes. What is it? The good die young. Huh?
Say it again.
I said that's what they say. The good die young.
Yeah, for sure. But the other topic that you started out with this morning for me, it's night for you guys. At the beginning of the show, about all the miscommunication about what's going on right now with the snake bite and all that.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just going to say this for the people that feel like they're strong enough to not do that right now. Make sure you prepare for not being able to be a part of society if you don't do it. And then if that wave passes, just remember that something else is still going to come even after the snake bite, where they are trying to keep you from being a part of society. Because that's the whole goal right now, to make it normal for not only us to think they have a right to tell us that, but for other people to demonize you for not getting down with their program. So if you're really about that life, you need to decide if you're going to go all the way with it. Are you willing to lose your job? Are you willing to be not be able to go to the grocery store? Are you willing to do all those things? Because if not, you might as well head to your local pharmacy and let them dose you up and live your life like how you're going to end up living it until the end anyway.
I agree.
But that's all I got, Honcho.
All right. Well, Mr. Illusion, it's all illusion. I appreciate you calling in and sharing your story with us, man.
No problem, man. Have a good night.
All right, you too. Thank you. Have a good night.
Peace.
See, and that's the thing, bro. Like, yeah, I do believe this is an initial wave. This is a test run. You're thinking I'm joking about the farm and all of those stuff. The more of these things that I show, the more of these things that I see, the more I see the sherbet-headed people in public and just all of the stuff. Like, I'm willing to go just find a deal. I'm gonna go find out where Ray Ray's. I'm gonna give me a plot of land near Ray Ray. Share. We can trade crops and stories and things. Like, it's just to the point where it's like, I'm serious. Like, I could withdraw if I had certain things, but I would not be tripping on. Like, let me rephrase that. Because I fucks with y'all. We are all connected via the interwebs, and then there's some things too that I would advise real soon. We may get more into that depending on how things go, especially if you want internet privacy and stuff like that. But I think too many people are stuck in certain habits that it would be very difficult, even if you did have certain things to keep your privacy. People give themselves away in many other ways, but if it wasn't for like the den and stuff like that, I could probably tap out from the internet and not be like not been exhausted, but like and not really be tripping at all, like not in the slightest be concerned about it. Because honestly, the only time I'm really online is maybe to catch up with what's happened in the sports world, to catch up with what's going on in they life, maybe catch some news here and there. I don't watch television. I'm not worried about that. I can't even use the gram properly. I've tried. Or I'm either showing, teaching the little one certain stuff. Like, I conducted a test on the gram today to show her something, and I show her about all the information people put out about themselves. Like, I take her dashing with me because she likes to go. So, and she asks a lot of questions and just, we talk and we just discuss a lot of stuff. And I try to get her to have a better understanding of the world around her, because she's oblivious to so much. What's super funny is a couple of days ago, I took her with me and I pointed out this vehicle, or actually she pointed out the vehicle because I tell her about, again, put yourself out there. So like when you see, like the people who have their whole family on the back of their car, or, my kid's a honor roll student at such and such school, and all these different things. And I said, these are ways that if somebody wanted to get a hold of you in a negative way, people give out information about themselves. People, provide you access into their lives, that they don't realize that they're giving. And so it was a car we saw. It was a mom. I think it was one of them stickers on the back. It was like a mom, I think a daughter, and maybe like a dog or a goldfish bowl or something on there. I don't know. And she pointed out, she's like, "Oh, that's a single mom." I was like, "Huh?" She's like, "Yeah, she's got the family stickers on the back, and it's a single mom with a daughter." And, something else she pointed out, like all the information that that was basically on the back thing. And so I was like, okay, yeah. I said, okay, well, good deal. And then so I told her about, I know y'all be like, Seems really weird, Honcho. You getting into some real crazy stuff. But I told her about, because I want her to be aware of shit, is like how easy it is to get followed somewhere. You know what I mean? And so we weren't following the person. We just happened to be kind of going in the same direction for a little while. And I pointed out to multiple vehicles, but I'm like, see, but this person, they provided so much information about themselves. If somebody wanted to do something negative to them, okay, well, the likelihood of there being a man there to protect her with what she's saying or what she's showing is probably slim. So she's making a target out of herself. And, just breaking a bunch of shit down, whatever. She went out with me early today, and lo and behold, we end up pulling up behind that exact same vehicle, right? And I was like, see, this is my point. Like I say, see, look, so do you think that this person is aware that we saw them just a couple of days ago, or we were behind them for a little while a couple of days ago? No, they're probably in their car, on their phone, oblivious to what's going on around them, just living their everyday life. That's how most people are. Like most people are, hold on a second. I got my clean my glasses. The number is 281 330 8004. We'll call into the denline. Ask for Mike. But and that's what I say, like, so people don't really pay attention to what they do. And of course you can't protect yourself from everything. You can't, be said, but there's other measures, you have to take multiple preventative measures. But things are going to change. Things are going to get different. These are real glasses. I just need to clean them. I keep fogging them up more. But think about them, like, here's the deal. Like, at this distance, well, I can see it and I can kind of read it. I kind of got to squint. I kind of got to be a little bit closer. But part of it is because I've taken them off, right? And so I've been wearing them for a little bit. But like usually they're better for driving and at night, so I can kind of see the signs a little bit better, a little bit clearer. But then sometimes I get up early and I go hit the gym. I like completely forget these motherfuckers and just be like, pull up at the gym, like, oh, let me take my glasses off because I don't take them in the gym with me. And I didn't even bring these motherfuckers. Like, so, oh yeah, that's part of it too, right? That's up to like everything counts, and that's what I say. That's how weird people are, right? Just like this, much more dangerous appearing like this than I am like this, right? And in reality, I'm actually more dangerous like this than I actually see better, right? So that's the crazy thing, but society. Mrs. I'm not accepting calls. 281-330-8004. I see the calls popping up. Why is it saying I'm missing somebody? Give me 1 second here. I did not see those things pop up. I apologize. I did not see any of those. I'm just sitting here like, nobody's calling. Hello. Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
Hey, what's good, Honcho? With Jason S.
Jason S. How are you doing this evening, sir?
I'm doing very, very well, Honcho. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing great, man. Life is good, man. When you tune out from a lot of the crazy stuff and you really focus on stuff, life is actually pretty darn good.
Yeah, man. I got to see, you know what, man? That actually reminds me of a story that I told in the chat. So my baby cousin during the pandemic, was having some, and he's part of special ed because he does have severe ADHD, and so he wouldn't put his mask on.
Mm-hmm.
But the teachers tried to correct that, right? Well, one thing led to another, and before you know it, the teacher has my little cousin in a chokehold. And so
we're talking Eric Garner style here.
Sorry,
I said, are we talking about like Eric Garner style?
Possibly. I'm not very sure, but either way, my tia went to unenroll him, and the principal asked, "Would you like to reconsider?" Obviously, my tia said no, and she took him out of school. And sure enough, my little cousin was homeschooled for quite a while. So, but he's back in now, and he's doing very, very well, or at least that's how I think he's doing.
So, do you feel like the ADHD is a real learning deficiency, or do you think that the teachers are just not equipped to teach him adequately, therefore that they put him in a special ed?
That's a tough question, because I know what it's like to have ADHD. I've been on medication for ADHD, and it hasn't worked, obviously. But there are some teachers out there that I do believe that there are some teachers out there that aren't really equipped to deal with that type of stuff. So I think it's purely a mix of both. So, and I'm still struggling with ADHD, but it's calmed down now. But it still rears its ugly head, so to speak.
So, like when you're dealing with the ADHD, what kind of symptoms do you feel?
Basically distracting myself from whatever the teacher is saying, because sometimes it's not so much the subject, it's just the teacher, man. They either have a very, very monotone voice, or they just stuck at their job and they cannot keep my attention. But that's only few and far between with many teachers. Like I'm still able to focus with the majority of teachers.
Okay. Do you find that a difficulty in day-to-day life, or is it just in a learning environment?
I don't find it a difficulty. If anything, I've gotten a lot more used to it. And John, I'm sorry, but I can't play "Crazy Train" by Ozzy Osbourne. I do not know that song. However, that is a disappointment that I do not know that song. But I will try to learn it soon.
Have you picked up any new tunes recently?
You know what, man? I've been trying to. I'm thinking about getting into some more Tool, like some more Tool songs, because I don't know, like I feel some sort of I wouldn't say a connection, but like almost like whenever I hear Adam Jones play, the first thought that pops up in my head is, I think I can do that. Like, and then I'll try it, and most of the time it usually works because of my good ear. But if need be, I'll look up a tab or something like that, just to get a better grasp.
So I got I guess another semi confession, and I know that this is a pretty popular band, but I have never heard any music from Tool.
Honest to God, you're not missing out on much. Tool fans. Okay. Really serious question. Who have been the most insufferable people you've ever been around?
Mike Jones fans.
Oh, Heidi. hell yes, APC is way better than. Honest to God, APC is way better than Tool. But Tool fans, I've heard, have been some of the most insufferable people, more insufferable than Elvira. Obviously, that's so obviously that is what it is. So, but yeah, man, I've heard some really, really crappy things about Tool fans. But then again, doesn't every fan base have their own toxic fan base?
And
like the toxic.
Appreciate the love. It's all I'm saying. You don't have anything. Men don't sit for hours for no reason without getting restless until they've gotten up under a woman who provides for them. I would agree with that. Yeah, that's what I say. Like, to me, the ADHD. That's why I asked. You know, if you really feel like it's a thing. Like, do you feel that when you are practicing your guitar? Do you feel that same kind of restlessness, or is it a different energy?
Hang on. Like, can you repeat that?
I said, so like with the ADHD thing you mentioned, like you get it when you're in class. Do you feel that same thing when you're practicing your guitar?
Honest to God, no.
Okay.
My attention doesn't really. Actually, now that I really think about it, yes, because I'll try and learn one song, but then I'll start to learn, but then something will pop up in my head and it's like, oh wait, that song sounds like this song. I kind of want to learn how this song is. But the self-control is way more stronger than it is with guitar than it is school. So
do you believe it's because it's something that you're genuinely interested in?
Yeah, definitely. I'm genuinely more interested in guitar than I am in school. But I've definitely paid more attention in school. Not just like paying attention to the classroom, but paying attention to the classes that I'm choosing. Which I think is a great segue to my school life. Because people definitely want to hear that.
Yes. Tell us what's going down in school.
So something came up that really I was a little bit let down by, but could probably benefit me. So I got put in a what was the class? It was a livestock production class. Originally, I wanted to be in a law enforcement class, but that didn't happen. So now I'm in a livestock production class. However, I think that could be pretty useful. Like learning about how to take care of cows, like how to make burgers and stuff. So.
So will you be milking any cows?
Maybe I could become a damn ranch hand.
I mean, it's not a bad idea. I'm telling you, man. Look, get a ranch. You know, you can play your guitar and you can milk some cows, and we'll build a little stage, and you can, have Den Show cover band. And Roger will sing for you. He'll sing all the hits. I don't know what the hits are, but he'll sing for you.
Can't wait for that. Yeah. But with the whole choosing classes thing, I have a better understanding from what you mean by take advantage of this opportunity, because when you take a look at the Common Core, the Common Four classes, there's not really a whole lot of that stuff you could use in the real life. It's really where the electives come in. Like, if I'm going over my election history, I've taken a lot of marketing classes and a lot of and some acting classes, like some theater classes and stuff like that. But I've also taken a forensic science class and a what's it called? Entrepreneurship. So, and the forensic science class actually led me to the science class actually led me to getting my cybersecurity certification. So that was pretty cool.
Okay. So by having a cybersecurity certification, do you believe that was an upgrade into your skill sets?
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely say that it'll definitely benefit me.
And would you say that you've had a situation where you've had to upgrade your operating system, since we're talking about cybersecurity, but your personal operating system, the personal ways that you think about things and approach life?
Oh yeah, man, that's definitely changed quite a lot. I would say that I'm a different person from when I was 13 to now, because I remember there was a time where I did have social media, and I was really I didn't want to believe everything they said, but there was a lot of stuff that I did fall for, and I'm glad I deleted it, because I think that's where some of these people just really make themselves look stupid, is because of social media and TikTok and all that stupid crap. It becomes very frustrating too, because it's like, you can't just think for yourself, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of brainwashing going on via the social medias, and they're doing a damn good job at it. I will say. A sad situation. It's very unfortunate, but people are easily brainwashed. People are easily manipulated at this point. But here's the deal, Mr. Jason. I said I was gonna have a little time frame, but I like speaking with the youth to see what direction they're going in. But we're gonna wrap it up here. But I do appreciate you calling in. And pretty soon we're gonna have to get you to have another jam session for us, because Broderick has been eagerly anticipating it.
He's still trying to get people to vote for him to become moderator, but we all know that that's not going to happen. Go back to bathing in barbecue sauce, Broderick. And Elvira, whatever message you have for me, it's just going to go one ear and out the other. Shove it up your ass. I'm Jason Ness. I'm signing off.
All right. We'll take maybe one more call before we wrap it up. I'm looking at my email, and I'm telling you, all the old Christian videos, I'm telling you, I probably have like 30 fucking age restriction things here, and that's considering I've deleted a bunch of them prior to this. I am getting age restriction after age restriction after age restriction. But again, it doesn't matter, because all of those videos are unlisted anyway. But that just lets me know I definitely need to go ahead. Actually, I think I have the whole Christian saved on a hard drive. I gotta double check that, and then I have to start working my way into the den and getting those taken care of. And then, yeah. It's terrible stuff happening. But I think I have it set to where there's a small gap. I like this phone system a lot better. Like I said, no ringing. What is going on? I'm all out of the loop. But see, cake and yams. But yeah, you're gonna have to get the jab though to be in cybersecurity. So it's gonna be part of the way you. Oh shit! Crazy fucking raging wildfires in Greece. I heard something about that Greece island. That Greek island. Like there's shit looks like a fucking movie, dog. This fucking scene looks like a damn movie. I'll show y'all something real quick. Good grief. It's coming. It is. I want to show y'all that fucking. So like, come on, it's coming. Do not come. Maybe that's why she's the most hated VP. You're not gonna put me on semen retention, you old bitch. Interesting. So let's see. Said jab people were 6.72 times more likely to get infected than those with natural immunity from a prior Roni disease. Interesting. Interesting. Now here's my thing, right? Here's my thing. Let me show y'all this, and I'm gonna call it wrap after this. But here's my thing. And protect Joe Rogan. But save that. That's always good. Here's my thing. I have been post saying Pfizer CEO canceled trip because he was not fully jabbed or missing an important piece of context. The trip was months ago when a couple of snake bites were still rolling out. Since then, he's been fully jabbed since March. Someone said he should have been first in line. But here's my thing, right? Harris County judge says it's out of control. It's all over the place. And we shouldn't go out in public. So it means next time they call me to come pay a visit, I shouldn't have to go. Right? Since it's so bad. Laser disc. Laser disc. Like the big record players. Those things. Oh, so laser disc, like the fucking 45s that they used to put in school way back when I was young. It's like, fucking big. I'd rather VHS than laser disc. I'm gonna show y'all something crazy though, bro. It's getting wild out there. Like it's all illusion said, man. You better be ready for the long haul. It's just wild, bro. All over the place. So, but here's the deal. I do genuinely care about y'all folks. I do want you to take care of yourselves. We live in a crazy time, in a crazy world. Very crazy planet. But enjoy it while we can, right? Anyway, I'm gonna take my ass to bed. loves y'all. I fucks with y'all. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Again, it is an honor. It is a privilege, but more than anything, it is my pleasure to get to chop it up with each of y'all. I don't know why them other ones didn't come through, but like I said, I do think I'm gonna be rocking with this one. For the denline now. Those of you who fuck with the sauce, we may have some sauce tomorrow. Maybe some midday stuff going on. But I know what I was saying, and I fucking got trailed off. Like I said, I'm out and about all the time, right? Been out all kind of places, interacting with a lot of kind of people. Lots of contractors coming to and fro, and generally, shake their hands. They ask, well, do you want us to wear the masks out? I'm like, no, fuck that. I don't care about that at all. Old lady, little one being out and about, little one at school with a bunch of little dirty kids. Like, if we've had it, it had to have passed through and been very mild. Because I would think the odds would be against me. My friends, I've had a best friend caught it, his dad caught it. Actually, his grandma passed away from it. His uncle had it. His dad and his uncle had it pretty bad. His brother's little son had it. I think his brother, their whole house might have had it. Maybe I'm just fortunate, right? Maybe I'm fortunate and I haven't. Maybe, like I said, maybe I didn't even realize that maybe I was fortunate it was mild. But I don't know. I don't know. But all I know is you guys take care of yourselves, right? And I don't know. Like I said, I have no idea, right? Because I went to the doctor last month. It's blood work done. Everything was kosher. Everything was kosher. Even though I think it's kind of weird if they make you fast beforehand, but whatever. I think that impacts the types. I mean, the blood test, but it's just like a screenshot of your levels at that moment. Everything was good. Like, no, nothing. Like, everything was in normal ranges, right? Then I had sent him a message after the little thing, and you can you put in there. And I asked him, I was like, is there a way of figuring out my blood type from blood? He's like, nah, it's a whole different test that you got to order. I'm like, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. Man, at this point, bro, it's life. But like I say, just a weird month. This is always a weird month. It's been a weird month the last few years, especially. But we're gonna rock with it. It's a lot of happy, a lot of sad. It's a weird thing. But I'm finding a way to start kind of even keeling it. Say it just is what it is. I have to let the past be the past and enjoy the bright future, or what's left of it that's ahead. Take advantage of the opportunities. But I said, hold positive. I don't know. Like I said, I have to go back and find out. I have no idea what my shit is. I'm glad my mom, she had my old records or something. If she had that, because I have no idea. I have no idea. Right? So, you know what I'm saying? So, all right, I'm going to bed. Okay, my old lady watching something. Might need to watch some old Bill Burr or whatever. Recommendation. I'm not gonna start giving y'all a recommendation because I don't ever have nothing to recommend. If y'all have Netflix or anything like that, watch the Dion Cole stand-up. I found it to be very amusing. The guy who does like the Old Spice commercials now. Indiana has his own style. It was pretty funny. You know what I'm saying? I found it to be pretty funny. And I might have mentioned the other day. Oh yeah, Derek Lewis is going down. Blood pressure, good. Everything Gucci. All my shit is straight. Like I said, all my shit was within normal levels. All my shit is cool. Except for the doctor told me I was fat. So said O negative. I gotta figure that out. That O positive people are unaffected. I don't know. I don't know. Aren't O's like the rare ones or something? Which one's the rare ones? You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna find out. Maybe it is. Don't tell me something like that, because if that's the truth, I'm gonna start wilding out. I'm gonna start making all kind of disrespectful, crazy shirts. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, but yeah, that's the thing. Like I said, man, I was surprised. I really thought like the fucking shit was gonna come back, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be ugly. Like, yeah, give it like 2 or 3 days. Yeah, your test, the results in. The motherfucker see my shit the next day, and everything's good. You ain't diabetic. All your fucking shit within the normal range. Everything's like cool. So, cholesterol straight. Everything good. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I got a little pussy. That's why I be doing like the big girls do. You know what I'm saying? Like the big girls be doing on their profile pictures. That's why I sit at these angles so y'all can't tell. Y'all can't see the pudge. Y'all can't see the pudge on the screen. You know what I'm saying? Start wearing them shirts that they always advertise, the little social media shirts that be like, yeah, this shirt hides my beer belly. Yeah, so all that good stuff. Okay. Well, Common used to be a rapper. How about that? All right, I'm gonna take my ass to bed. I'll fuck with y'all. As y'all know, no den on Saturday nights. So I'll see y'all Sunday evening. I'm gonna talk about something crazy. I'm gonna figure it out. But I don't know what we're gonna talk about as of yet. Oh man, I've discovered this dude too. Cause I will say the one thing I do got issue. Like I got bad knees, and it's not even like a weight thing, right? I've just for a while now, I've had some bad knees. I don't know if it's from my stance, even when I fluctuate, even when I like lose a lot of weight, gain weight, whatever. And so that's the only thing like at the gym that I can't squat like I want to. But I discovered this person in this program. I'm thinking about doing this a little bit more than I want to pay. But if all of the testimonies and the people I've been seeing and the shit I see this motherfucker do are true, then I think it's worth it. Like it's way worth it to not have basic ass knee pain, and to be able to squat and have like certain levels of health again. But I think it says it's gonna take about a month or two to really do it. There's certain levels to the shit. I think I am gonna do that. So if that is the case, it's a whole thing. It's like the dude, his wife does it. He's got this other little group, and he's got a bunch of people who have who do these things. Yeah, he's a football trainer, and now this person is somebody I was doing some search on the internet, right? Like, cause they need to be more active in certain things that I'm looking for. Yeah, T360 Elite. I used to play with him back at U of H. Legit. He's legit. We talking football. Talking about legit. No, not the same guy. No. The person I'm talking about, I don't know. The knee person, I don't know. I have no idea. If my partner was the knee person, I'd have been trying to get my fucking knees in order. But yeah, and it just, this dude here, like, does the craziest fucking pike squats I've ever fucking seen. The little one-legged pike squats, that motherfucker like that is super crazy. Anyway, let me go to bed. We'll talk about this shit on Sunday. Y'all said it, not me. Out. I love y'all. I fuck with y'all.